It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. Infinity Fellowship. We want to welcome you to today, the 15th of November in 2020, service of the Infinity Fellowship Interfaith Gathering, Nashville, Tennessee, but booming internationally thanks to YouTube, thanks to Facebook. This is Rev. Jeff Obafemi-Carr, and I'm excited to welcome you back for another powerful Sunday spiritual gathering at the most exciting spiritual community on the planet. It's exciting for us, it's exciting for you, it's exciting for everyone who is discovering this powerful Sunday spiritual gathering. For many paths, we're headed toward that same destination, y'all. You have squarely landed. If you've been looking for it, if you followed our tweets this week, if you followed last week's service, you have landed squarely in the apex of authenticity and the core of consciousness. Infinity is the fastest growing independent interspiritual community in the entire United States. It is also the only independent interspiritual ancient wisdom based community in the United States. And we hear those snaps in the background. We know you're snapping at home. We love that distinction. We'll take it, we'll wear it. Infinity is a space of growth, love, and we're not a space of toleration. We don't just tolerate people here. We affirm you for who you are across all of the lines that society has drawn to divide us. So across the social constructs of race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, socioeconomic background, everyone is welcome in this space because it is a space of personal growth, community growth, and expansion, y'all. We are the home for the growing number of people who consider themselves more spiritual than religious. If you've heard that, and you've heard oftentimes, you've heard that in a mocking way. People say, oh, they're more spiritual than religious. That means they have no practice. They have no rules to keep them in line. We don't have rules, but we do have spiritual practices. And that's what's most important. We're an evolving society right now. We're in a space that is growing exponentially in spirituality around the world. And we're the home for you. So if you're brand new, if you're just tuning in, and you have your Bible next to you, you have your Quran next to you, you have your Bhagavad Gita next to you, you have your crystals, you have your tarot deck, you have whatever it is that you have that you see as something that connects you to your spiritual space, you're at home here. We're not going to tell you to throw away something that is producing fruit in your life. On first and second Sundays here at Infinity, we have our one-of-a-kind spiritual service with the Voices of Infinity. On today, third Sundays, we do If Speaks. When we get to the message, we get a chance for you to send in your information. If you need spiritual guidance, you can email us. If you need to comment in the chat box during the message, we'll address some of those concerns and some of those issues and help you grow in the topic of instructions. On 4 Sundays, next Sunday, we move all the chairs and we do Yoga Sunday. We've been working through the 7 chakras, the energy centers in the body. Next month we get to work through, or this month rather, we get to work through the third eye chakra, powerful chakra. We end the year with the outward crown chakra, that energy of Sahaswara. So when we're going for Ajna next week here in this space, we expect you to be at home on the mats with us, because in between these expansive spiritual experiences, we do community services. So we're going to be building housing for those in need. We're going to get people into a space of exercise and discovering the arts, entrepreneurship. We want you to expand who you are through practical spirituality. And if you're here in Infinity for the first time, we welcome you. We're going to do an official welcome a little bit later. But Infinity is about spirituality in action. If you've been seeking a space like this, a little later on, you can email us and we can get you involved in our new members orientation and speak good on your life. Speaking of speaking good, we begin Infinity with what we call a perm. We also speak perms in your life, and it doesn't have anything to do with how you wear your hair. And whether it's a perm or a temporary, a perm is an acronym at Infinity for pouring energy into realignment toward manifestation. And we speak good into your life. We recognize that as we speak things, they manifest. There's power. Life and death lies in the power of the tongue. And we speak that here in Infinity. So I invite you to now turn within as we invoke the God of your personal acceptance and understanding in this moment and begin the Infinity Fellowship. So start your watch parties if you're watching. Tell people to subscribe to the channel. If you're on YouTube, take a moment with me and let us begin our service. As we are centered, we ask that you take a deep breath wherever you are. We know that the world can be taxing. It can pull you into different spaces at different times. But we want you to begin to accept the practice of life that manifests as your breath, as your ashe, as your prana. It's a powerful gift. So take a deep breath in with me. Exhale to release. Another deep breath in. Pause at the top. Exhale to release all of the stresses that you brought with you. Another deep breath in. Pause at the top. Allow your eyes to gently close. Exhale and release, and allow your head to bow and your heart to open. Begin to focus that energy onto the God of your personal acceptance and understanding. I'm not going to give that energy a name for you, but you all know, family, it's welcome here. That space of divine light, that space of divine wisdom, that space of divine justice, that space of divine love. Breathe it in right now as we invoke it together. All wise, all knowing, all living, all loving God, we welcome your presence into this physical space. We welcome your presence into this digital space. We welcome most of all your presence into this heart space for those who are tuning in right now, who have showed up in this space to connect with the understanding that you are always present with us. You are indeed the living, loving spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation. And we know that you are perceived by many different names, but known by one energy. So we speak to that energy right now. I speak to that energy right now on behalf of those who came and showed up today. Those who got tagged in a post, those whose friends sent them a tweet and said, you need to be in this energy right now with me. You need to enjoy this love. We send a special prayer of covering for those who are feeling lost today. For those who are feeling down and depressed today by life circumstances. And I speak the reminder that you are a God that outlasts circumstance. You are a God that is the same yesterday, today, tomorrow. You are the God that has led us through the trials and tribulations that would have broken many other people, and yet we're still here. We're still standing. We celebrate that we will have success through the circumstances. And so we speak today for those whose hearts have been broken, for those who are grieving over a space of loss, from those who are living in the physical body and transition to life after life. We speak a healing of their heart right now. We speak that friends will show up out of nowhere, that new opportunities will appear out of nowhere. We speak that you are the nowhere, because you know where you are needed. And we know where you are needed. And we appreciate you now. And we operate not from a space of lack, but from abundant love. We know that you're always with us. You are always overflowing our cup. You are always running us over. You are always providing the strength to our bodies, to our voices, to our minds, to our spirits, to our ideas, to our creative spaces. And so we accept the challenge of walking in this world right now, and we walk boldly in it. We accept the challenge to love. We accept the challenge to get to know the family. We get to get to know the community, to stand up and do the right thing even when other people say we're crazy. We accept it because we accept the vision that you have written for us on the inside of our eyelids, and we see it now. We embrace it now. We breathe it in together. Deep breath in. Exhale to release. May something be said or shared in this moment that reminds us all that we are ever connected to you, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. Libation time, y'all. Libation time. I love it. We got that energy that just comes in. As we are now ready to pour our libations, as you hear the signaling in the background, we want you to think about the ancestors, those in your family who have transitioned from that space of life into life after life. And we pause and pour this libation with living water, recognizing that as we pour this water that represents those of us who are alive into the earth, that represents what happens to these physical earth suits when we transition. We connect that power, y'all. We connect that power through remembrance. And so we greet our ancestors in this space today, upon whose humble shoulders we humbly stand. We are made in the image and likeness of the very substance of all that is, was, and ever shall be, and so are the ancestral spirits. When we pour the water, we say, Ashe. Y'all say that at home, Ashe. Ashe means essence. It means spirit. It means breath. It means, and so it is. It is the divine essence of all that is. So many wonderful layers. So when you hear that word, you know what that means. It means amen. It means amen. It means that divine peace. And so as we type the names of our ancestors in the box there, in your chat box, as you remember them, we reconnect and honor their legacy in this space. For those who have gone before, we ask that as your names are typed in the box, as your names are said aloud, if you're driving, if you're moving, that you are remembered by those of us who are alive. Ashe. Those who came into our consciousness by virtue of their blood relation. Ashe. Those who came into our lives by walking through the mud with us. Ashe. We recognize the calling of our names as we pour this water that represents us. We understand that we connect past, present, and future. Ashe. As we go to the altar today, our ancestral altar is here, represented by the four elements of fire, water, air, and earth. We pour to the energy of the north, of the south, of the east, of the west, of those ancestors upon whose mighty shoulders we stand. We pour in this physical space to the energies of Horace Marion Fraser and Elise Fraser, who built this wonderful edifice that we hold space for the Infinity Center and the Infinity Fellowship. Ashe. To all of the Queen Mothers who have gone before us, whose spirit and essence lights this place and guides this space. Ashe. To those spiritual fathers who have walked and stood as examples to us and stand strong to push us into the greatest part of our future. Ashe. To those ancestors who came before, who may have not known what they were doing when they were doing our parenting and our grandparenting, but they were doing the best they could with what information they had. In that space of love and forgiveness and power, they did their job, which was to get us here. And because we are here, we recognize their power in our lineage. Ashe. And now we ask that you speak the names of those ancestors that you want to recognize as I pour the rest of this water aloud, either by typing them in the box or by speaking their names at home as we recognize them together. And to the children in the world, womb and yet unborn, we say together, Ashe, 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 oh. All right. Good morning, If family. I'm seeing those ancestors coming in. The Masons, the Clarks, all of the sisters from Rosetta's family coming in. Sister Denise family coming in. Aunt Esther. I'm seeing Uncle Kurt coming in from Felina. Look, we're calling these names out, y'all. We're getting it. We're making it happen. All of this energy is coming in, and we're happy to say good morning to you. I'm going to bring on a young lady from the hills of California, from Nashville. Sister Kenitha is here today, y'all. We got the whole crew in the spot today. We got Brother Tony coming up in a minute to kick us off. We got Sister Alicia on the wheels of steel and the screens of titanium. We got it all going, and family, we're with y'all. We miss y'all, man, physically in the space, don't we? But we want to say good morning to you. So we're going to say good morning and sing good morning to you, but you have to help us out. So we want you to put one little thing in that box that you're grateful for so we can shout you out and share that love with everybody here. Because when you generate an attitude of gratitude, you increase the frequency of your power to be change in the world. So let's speak it together. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say a da 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 a da 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 a da 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 da. All right, so what we're grateful for, we got Sister Lizzie calling those ancestors' names: Gracie, Clara, Bryant, Leck and G, Mama Gloria, Grandma Cleonia, I see you, Felina, Tommy Shorter, Ella Shorter, Carrie Mae Williams, George Williams, Kelly Dockery, all of the family. We're grateful for that sweater, Sister Kenitha. Yeah, got a little specs on. I'm grateful. She balling.
Oh, and I got my sand. I'm grateful.
Sister Kenitha has something that she's grateful for.
My sand. My friend brought me sand.
Sand from the beach.
Hey.
We're going to put some on the shrine. That sand is in there. Sister Rosetta's grateful for family and friends that are also family. Yes, indeed. Family and friends. Sunny Moments, Keisha, welcome. Making new connections. Yes. Sister Denise, positivity on all levels of life. Felina, grateful for decent health. Come on through. We're going to talk more on that later for everybody. Ariana, grateful for the healing power of the Creator that teaches you wherever you are. Yeah, I love it. Bring that gratitude, y'all. Need to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We're going to take this act like it's a jazz set in a minute, y'all. When we feel that energy coming, you know, you can be in a low space, and I'm just going to tell y'all before we bring Brother Tony up, people can be in a low space, and they watch the Infinity Fellowship, and they say, I was in a down space, and I clicked into this community, and all of a sudden I felt lifted. Guess what? That's what it's here for. We're here to vibrate that high frequency. And on this Sunday morning, you come and you get that supercharge, and you take that into the world with you, knowing that that's the state you exist in. It keeps you when you're in the mountains. It keeps you when you're in the valley. Trust me, it's there. We're grateful for you. Sister Keisha, a changed mind. Come on. My daddy used to say the only thing greater than the speed of light and the speed of sound is a change of mind. Can't be measured. Haywood H. Carr, from the wisdom of Haywood H. Carr, our ancestors. Sister Letimecia, grateful for family, friends, health, and opportunities. I love it, y'all. We're thankful. Sister Lizzie, grateful for the family. We're grateful for you, to have you today. We're grateful to have Brother Tony Insignaris. He's going to come up and kick us off. So if y'all at home, if you're in the car, y'all can bang it, y'all can rock it, y'all can get it going. And we are going to have a good time today, both learning and celebrating. Y'all give it up at home, snaps and loves for Brother Tony Insignaris. Yes, sir. Come on right over here to the top, T.
Testing 1, 2. All right, we got this. All right. like this. Yeah, yeah. Got you rocking, rocking. Let's get it. What I got to give it to your mama. What I got to give it to your papa. What I got to give it to your dog. Just to do a little dance and then you drink a little water. What I got to give it, put it in you. What I got to give it, put it in you. What I got to give it, put it in you. Really with the feeling, won't stop, continue. I realize I don't want to be a miser. Come find with Slider, be the wiser. Young blood is the love enough riser. How come everybody want to keep it like a geyser? Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. I can't tell if I'm a keeper or a pauper. Greedy little people in the sea of distress. Keep your boy to receive your list. Unimpressed by material excess. Love is free, love me, say oh yes. Low brow, but I rock a little know-how. No time for the who's scout. Get smart, get down with the powwow. Never been a better time than right now. Bob Marley, poet and a prophet. Bob Marley taught me how to off it. Bob Marley walking like a talking. Goodness me, can you see I'm gonna cough it? Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Ah! Oh yeah. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. I can't tell if I'm a keeper or papa. Yeah, yeah, damn on it, damn on it. Look at me swimming in my ability, sipping down on life with agility. I don't know the lyrics, but it's okay with it. I'ma still keep going, even if I'm just giving everything I got. Still never ever stop. Still grateful, even as I shake this. Don't stop. No matter how it all goes, make it explode. That's how we do it, man. As I just unload. There's a river born to be a giver. Leave you alone, won't let you shiver. His heart is never gonna wither. Come on, everybody, time to deliver. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. I can't tell if I'm a keeping or a pauper. Yeah, gonna go on with it, bust a little freestyle and bring some smiles. I'm talking about cheek to cheek to everybody. Keep it all so shiny. What? What you got? I got to give it to your mama. What I got to give it to your papa. What I got to give it to your dog. Yes, you do a little this and then you drink a little water. What you got? I got to give it, put it in you. What I got to give it, put it in you. What I got to give it, put it in you. Reeling with the feeling, won't stop, continue. I realize I don't want to be a miser. Confide with Slider, be the wiser. Young blood is the love enough riser. How come everybody want to keep it like a geyser? Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it. Yeah, got a quarantine party. Yeah, got a quarantine party. Yeah, all the way in infinity and beyond. Do this song. Yes, gon' get with it, gon' bounce with it. No matter if you are dead or living, no matter where you're at. You can be Asian, white, or black, or even Hispanic, no matter who you are. Yes, everybody in this room is all stars. Yes, and it's more than just bars. I'm more like bartenders, serving them. Yeah, even if my mind goes blank, still I got so much, a whole full tank. Yeah, that's how it goes every single time. No matter how it goes, I just words coming out these rhymes and coming out these lines. Straighten up, that's fine. That's how we do it both fine. As we all combine, robotic, no stopping. That's how it all goes. Looking at the time bomb, watch your boy explode. Thank you.
Come on in the room, tone it in. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Hey, give it away, give it away, give it away now. Hey, give it away, give it away, give it away now. I don't know the rest of the words though. Yeah, you were back there stepping and cat out.
Don't hit me up.
We acting a duck. I hope y'all y'all are too at home as well. Good morning, Infinity. Welcome into the Infinity Experience live online. So here's a couple of reminders I always like to remind you about. One, we don't want to tell you, or we don't like to tell you what to call or how to define the God of your own personal acceptance and understanding. That is an intensely personal and beautiful relationship. Here at Infinity, we simply and powerfully affirm your unique connection. Number two, whatever you call that source energy, you'll hear us say God interchangeably with universe, divine source. What you see around you is the proof that it was showing off, baby, when you were created after the same image and likeness. So now it's time to speak aloud the core agreements that bring us together at Infinity. We call that infinitude. Infinitude is defined in the dictionary as the state or quality of being infinite or having no limit. We have a unique mix of faith backgrounds at Infinity, but what centers us is the spirituality we all share in common. For us, infinitude is defined as infinity with an attitude, and that attitude is gratitude. And the snap you just heard is the spiritual practice that gives us life and meaning. Snap is on our website at myif.org and on the screen as well. The S is for spirituality that transcends religion and connects you to the God of your own personal understanding. The N is for nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. The A is for action, because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every day. And finally, the P is for the proof that our spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. We are grateful you all are here as unique manifestations of our Creator, the loving, living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived by many names, yet known by only one energy. Please join us at home as I lead us in the statement of infinitude, and feel free to read along with me as the Spirit leads you. We agree that we are beings of pure, eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the Creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it, because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at Infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so according to the many ancient terms of affirmation. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe.
Today is the God's day. It's the day that the God of your acceptance and understanding has made. On first and second Sundays, we sing a song called Peace, Peace, Everlasting Peace. But I'm pleased to say good morning, Infinity, to you, our first-time visitors. My name is Jeff Obafemi-Carr. Here I'm known as Rev Jeff, and I want to welcome you into the space of authenticity, where we say hello to our first-time visitors. If you're a first-time visitor here on the live stream, type first time in the box, so that we can shower you with love, with muscle arms, with high fives, with stars, with whatever emojis y'all can come up with. Because I see some emojis, I'm like, how? That ain't on my keyboard. That ain't in my wheelhouse, but it's the love that you feel in this space that we call infinity. If you're a first-time visitor, this may be your first time experiencing infinity, but we want you to know that we know the real you. In infinity, we don't see or feel you today as a human being who showed up to have a spiritual experience. We see you the other way around. You are a spirit navigating the human experience like the rest of us. And so we like to say, welcome into this space, and that we see you. So we hold up our hands in a minute to you to show you that we love you. We hold up our hands to show you that we care. Most importantly, we hold our hands up to show you that we see you. So everybody take a deep breath in with me. Exhale to release. Take another deep breath in. Exhale to release. And as we begin to absorb this, I send this out to our first timers, but if you're an old timer, Infinity family, y'all know, turn that energy into yourself. Start to hug yourself, hold yourself, put your hand or your fist over your heart, and recognize and receive these words. You can repeat after me too, if you got family around. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You are a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me, where I can let you know that you are not alone. I am with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You are so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? I know the real you, and I see you shining today. Just because you showed up. So welcome to infinity. Welcome home. Asheo. Hey, celebrate being seen, being you. Hey. Alicia said, nope, we're going to stop the music before. Alicia said, no, we ain't going to. I got to do that with my kids. You know, we got. Yes. Yes. You're supposed to say yes. Let your heart and soul say yes. I saw a great piece. David Letterman has been doing some great pieces, and one of the great pieces, he was talking, I think he was talking to Kanye or Lizzo, or one of the people, he was talking about fashion, and he said he does not want to be the old man who's trying to be cool by dressing like the kids. He wanted to be more like a cool old man. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll be a cool old man. I can hit the folks, though, because now the folks is up. Denise is giving me some love. There we go. Libations giving us some love. We're in here. Tony's giving us respect, which is sometimes more important than love. That sacred energy, that fun energy, that joyful energy, now we carry that into our sacred moment of action. This is our giving period. And it comes at a right time because we always feel good about giving to infinity. We've seen everything that Infinity has given to us. Many of you have seen everything that Infinity has given to you. You used to sleep in on Sundays or go spend time at a coffee shop and read and feel like you were weird because you were left out, and you found a community here. That community has been found and has been amplified because our community takes joy in the action of giving. It's the A basket that you see in the back. You all know, I miss you all too. We have this period and we just dance down to the basket and give, and we line up in the back and give via debit, via Cash App, and now we give electronically. So in your mind, I want you to center your energy around this sacred part of any ritual of giving, because giving builds community and it expands institutions. We exist as a fellowship because we recognize that giving completes the divine and ancient circle and cycle of receiving. We receive a livelihood. We receive shelter. We receive the gift of family. We receive so much more. We receive the gift of walking in our divine purpose and having those careers where we are changing people's lives. That is a gift. We continually receive that good from the Creator and the ancestors. And so we give back financially through our tithes, through our offerings, in reciprocity, respect, and responsibility, all the R's. What a gift it is to be a part of a growing community of people who have released the spirit of lack and fear and embraced the flow of abundance and prosperity. Prosperity being defined as glowing and radiant health, healed relationships, walking in who you were born to be, and yes, having the resources to not only support your dreams, but to be able to support the causes and people who are out there who mean the most to you. It begins and it expands from the giving spirit. So as you prepare to participate with us in giving, either live or during the replay, because I'm sending a shout out to all of you who have discovered that during the replay, when you say that affirmation and give during that moment, it still expands you. And when you send a text or an email saying, hey, something came to me that wasn't even financial, but it was something that came out of nowhere, that's from my space of giving, and I give on the replay. We got people who watch from overseas, and you'll get people giving in the middle of the night. So thank you for your commitment to not only this institution and the growth, but to your own spiritual flow by releasing the spirit of lack. I send a shout out to all of you. So we're going to supercharge this offering today. We're going to offer you an opportunity to give via Cash App, via PayPal, or via even mail. We get mail here too. We're going to supercharge this moment with love and energy. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to release. Take a deep breath in of gratitude, remembering all those good things that have brought you to this point. Exhale to release any fear and anxiety. I know some of you are working through this whole giving thing. You had church hurt. You had all of that stuff happening, and you start talking about money. No, y'all know what we do and how we do it. You give for yourself, and then the institution shows you the proof that we are amplifying that love energy. So release those old days and come into the new. We're going to go to our offertory affirmation, and we're going to say it together. As you speak things, so they are. Say it with vim and vigor and love. O limitless, abundant Creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference, and so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely, with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Everything is good, you all. We're going to sing a little bit of Everything is Good because we give in this corporate space together. The slide is up on the screen. You can give via Cash App, $ Infinity Fellowship, or you can take a picture of that slide. Hold your camera up to that slide, and bam, you got it. You can send it via PayPal, paypal.me. Make sure you type it in that way, paypal.me/Infinity Fellowship. I think you should find it. You can also mail it to us here at the locked mailbox, the Infinity Fellowship, 641 West Nocturne Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37207. At any point in the service, sometimes you like to give after service, you can find the Cash App link on the description in the video as well. Yes, Denise, joyfully give. We see you, we know. She knows about that. I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. Everything is good.
Yes, it is.
Everything is good.
So
It's good. Everything is good.
Oh,
Everything is good.
I got it. Woo.
I got it. Oh, I got it good.
Hey, yeah.
Everything is good.
Tell yourself
Everything is good.
yes, it is.
Everything is good.
So good.
Everything is good.
I got it.
I got it. Oh, I got it good.
Hey,
Everything is good.
yes.
Everything is good.
So good.
Everything is good.
We speak yes.
Everything is good.
I got it. I got it. Oh, I got it good. I got it. I got it. Hey,
I got it. Oh, I got it good.
I've got it. I got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it. Oh, I've got it. Good.
Ah, I love it.
Such a reminder.
Such a reminder, man. I got it good. I know, man. I know how it is because we get into this cycle with everything that's going on in the world. We're going to talk about during today's message in just a few minutes. But we get to thinking we don't have it good. And it puts us in a vortex of a cycling space that cycles us downward and spirals us downward. And then we begin to attract other people who are in that same vortex. And then everybody begins to affirm everything that is not good. But if you notice and you recognize that the good in the very, very, very most basic sense, the good is that you are conscious right now. You are here right now. Nobody put you 6 feet under. Nobody carried you and put you into a space where they had to deal with your physical shell where there's no life left in it. You might be in a hospital, but you're on your way to recovery. So if you're in it, you're here to win it. That is a moment of gratitude and thanksgiving, and that means I got it good. I got it good. So it's going on a holiday season and the Holy-Daze season. That's the topic for today. We're going to be talking about that, and we're going to figure out how to help you navigate through that. So for those who are dealing with that pre-depressive energy that you get when you're living in a society that places a lot of emphasis on what you buy to show what you love, guess what? Got a treat for you. Right now, we're going to get through these announcements, so I'm going to call Sister Kenitha back up since she's looking so fresh and so clean.
Nobody don't.
And she's coming up for our announcements. I'm going to get my
We
coffee.
all so fresh and so clean.
We fresh and clean today. We're
We
going to be
all.
fresh and clean.
Everybody
All right,
fresh.
it's your thing. I'm going to get
I
my
see you on
coffee and
that
get
camera.
ready.
I see y'all out there too, looking so fresh and so clean. Yes. Well, good morning, Infinity. Reminder, if you have a standing ovation today, please type it in so that we can announce it live for you. Again, right now, if you have a standing ovation today, please type it in so that we can announce it live for you. All right, let's get into it. Welcome to November, the 11th month of 2020, the year of Focus to Fruition. Focus to Fruition, our 6th anniversary month. We are amping up our energy with the 2020 vision. Our daily practice for this year is, I've got the power. I've got the power. Our affirmation, so first thing, our affirmation meditation call is every Wednesday from 12 to 12:09 p.m. When the week gets out from under you or threatens to take you into a downward spiral, there is nothing like hitting the pause button and redirecting that energy. Rev Jeff conducts the free call every Wednesday, and the meditative energy will rejuvenate you. Set the alert on your phone and dial it in from wherever you are in the world. You can see the slide. You can go ahead and snap a picture of it so you can be able to make that call in every Wednesday. All right, y'all. Guess what? Next week is Yoga Sunday. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Every fourth Sunday, we move all the chairs here and participate in a moving meditation message and realignment known globally as Yoga Sunday. Next week, the focus will be the third eye chakra. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. As we approach the end of the year, your inner eye should align with your outer self. Open up that higher consciousness next week and join us here for the world's only Yoga Sunday. Yoga Sunday is for all levels, even first-timers. Rev Jeff is a certified and registered yoga instructor, so he provides modifications for all levels along the way. If you are safe distancing, if you are safe distance practicing in person with us, reserve your spot ASAP as usual. For the rest of you infinite streamers, get your mat ready at home, and we'll get your body in alignment with your mind and spirit. All right, we've been waiting for this one. New members, are you ready to explore infinity?
Do it.
Hey, guess what? We're ready to connect with you wherever you are in the world. If you are desiring to join the Infinity Fellowship, just email us at infinitynashville@gmail.com. Again, that's infinitynashville@gmail.com. Our new members orientation will take place on the 5th Sunday, November 29th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. We invite all recent new members as well as anyone who wants to join today. We'll go through all the tenets of Infinity and provide you with a powerful welcome into the fellowship. Please put new members in the subject line of your email, please. All right, y'all. Guess what? It's time for Standing Ovation.
Tune your vibration to a high elevation. It's time for the good news, our standing ovation.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Our high energy here at IF comes from our practice of snap. It's why we snap our fingers during this part of the service. We receive practical lessons and tools for our individual journeys. That's spirituality. We fellowship with like-minded spirits every week. That's nurturing. We take what we learn and apply it in our lives. That's action. And if we do these, then every week we see examples of progress in our lives.
Yes.
That's the proof.
You want to see the proof?
So let us pause to enjoy a collective moment of manifestation and expansion. We'll call off your names and manifestations as we receive them. When your name is called, we will snap our fingers to celebrate and affirm you, and then provide a collective standing, going crazy ovation at the end. All right.
Okay, so we're going to read off our standing ovations, y'all. And then, like Sister Kenita said, we're going to act a complete idiot for you. We're going to hit the folks. Now, come on, man. It's something about that. I saw the Deion Cole special. He was hitting the folks.
Oh, my God.
So I like to hit the. How about I call it? I hit the people.
No.
How about I hit the fakes instead of the folks? Hit the fakes. I turn to the side. Standing ovations. We're gonna celebrate with you. Attitude of gratitude. Remember, let's start with Sister Denise. Sister Denise says, standing ovation. I graduated from the academy hosted by Corner to Corner. Shout out again, Sister D. I also received an award for highest customer count in my class. Thanks to all that supported her graduation. I got a great picture on the cell phone to put into the Infinity group to post for congratulations, Sister Denise. Proof that she's got it. She's got the mask and the T-shirt to show. Yeah. Oh, I forgot we snap.
Yeah, we do.
We're going to celebrate with you in a minute. Trust me, I need to holler because I need to warm my voice up for Come and Go to That Land. Okay. All right, next we got Mellow Vibes, I believe. Yes. Mellow Vibes. This is, man, I love it. I completed my certification in neuro-linguistic programming 3 weeks ago. Neuro-linguistic programming.
Yes.
Oh, connecting the brain with language patterns as a specialist. I love it. Shout out, big shout out. Snap, 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 snap. Woo. I love the intelligence flowing and the accomplishment flowing up in this place. I love it. Next, we have Libations. New supervisor job interview. Manifest that for the next year. Manifest that for the end of the year. We're speaking it all. We send this perm energy out that this is a complete success. It is an open door. It is a next level of manifestation as we snap with you. Keep doing that. Sister Felina, Ashe. My daughter Ashe made the honor roll.
Go, baby. Go, baby.
If she's not watching, you can tell her to tune into this moment and tell her they acting a fool over you making honor roll, baby, because academic excellence is the foundation for future success. As Brother Malcolm X said, education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. So shout out to you, Ashe. Awesome. Honor roll. I love it. We love the honor roll. I think about the, who's our Nigerian comedian we like? Godfrey.
Oh, man.
So my parents were Nigerian. I come in, I got a 98. He said, what about the other 2 points? Where are the other 2 points? Excellence. So honor roll is excellent. We love it, love it, love it. Okay, good. Do we have anybody else that's in there? I'm hitting the fakes. Okay, we got the do-over coach. We got Sunny Moments frame and everything else. I think we got everybody. Sister Brother Denzel is in here. We got good stuff coming up for Brother Denzel. Priest, a standing ovation for some things that he's doing that we're going to talk about in a minute. Pre-standing ovation for the Major family. They got some great things going on that they're doing. I'm sending another shout out because we saw them in another commercial. Everybody love that family. Watch out.
And standing ovation, our baby Carmen's coming back, and we wish her safe travel.
Carmen Ridley is coming back. You might be watching this on the airplane, Carmen, from New York. Alicia's daughter. We are sending a shout out. She's coming back from New York City.
All day.
We say shouting outstanding ovation. We've been celebrating all day.
Very successful with.
Yes, a first semester of college. Sending that energy in there. So y'all shower the love on everybody. If you celebrated, you sit down, put your hands over your heart, whatever it is, open your palms to the sky. And even if you're at home, wherever you are, infinity, y'all know how we do it. We miss y'all in this space. When we do it in this space, the roof shakes. We get so loud. And that is all love for the people who have standing ovation. So this standing ovation, this is for you. We got one more. Oh, Rosetta. Oh, good. I'm glad we got you. We got that 30-second delay. My great-great-nephew, Arion, freshman in high school, taking college-level courses. Hey, hey, Sister Rosetta, I'm going to tell you, though, because I'm a fan of Sister Rosetta's from a long time back, and my brother, there's connection there to all the way back New Jack Scholar days. But when you said my nephew and great-nephew, when you said it was a relation, I expected no less, because it's in the family, it's in the blood. But how awesome it is to be a freshman taking college level courses. Look at how the future is bright, y'all. Don't let anybody tell you it's not bright. Here's the standing ovation for all of you all.
Yes. Okay. Those are the announcements and ovations for today. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Ashe.
Ashe. Oh, what a great day. What a great moment. I'm putting my monitor in place so that we can prep for If Speaks, because I think it's time for the message.
It is.
And as you all know, as we get together on third Sundays, I don't like to brag. I don't like to boast. And while I also like butter on my breakfast toast, hey, I'm a hip hop head. I'm old school. I'm first generation hip hop. I got a right to do that. I do get to brag and boast on one thing, and that is, as we settle in, we also can give thanks that on third Sundays like today, we have an opportunity to have a very real conversation with you at home. And the beauty of the real conversation is that you have a chance to tune your spiritual practices and to fine-tune your spiritual practices. When we go to the state of higher consciousness, we sing an old spiritual that has new meaning. See, our ancestors were taught to look for success when you die, so that you suffer through this life somehow. There's some redemptive suffering, and then you die without achieving your dreams, but you get all of your dreams when you eat your piece of pie located in the sky after you die. We know that that land, that heaven space, that space of what the Buddhists might call final nirvana, that space that the ancients would call Amentet, is not a space that is located outside of us. It is a space that exists inside of us right now. Even Christ Jesus taught that when he said, you will not be able to look for the kingdom of heaven and say, lo there, lo here, for the kingdom of heaven lies within. If we had just listened instead of making up everything else, we might be all right. But we invite you to come to that land, so I invite you to settle in now for a few minutes. We're going to have a few minutes of discussion, very practical discussion today, Sister Kanitha. I'm going to talk about some very hands-on things that we need to be mindful of in this era as we move toward healing for the Holy-Daze. And we spell it HOLY-DAZE because it can drive you into a daze when you're celebrating in a space like this. We invite you to get your journals out. We invite you to take screenshots of what you see. We invite you to get your notepad out, because we're not going to leave you with just a feeling good energy. You've had that today, and it's going to be great. We're going to amplify that. But in addition to the feel good, we put in alignment with that feel good stream practical tools that you can take away so that you can find what you need to work on the rest of the week to keep that vibration high and to keep yourself in a state of alignment. So we invite you to go to that land. Sing a verse or two with us from home. Come and go to that land. Come and go to that land. Come and go to that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Come and go to that land. Come and go to that land. Come and go to that land where I'm bound. Oh, there is power in that land. There is power in that land. There is power in that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. There is power in that land. There is power in that land. There is power in that land where I'm bound. Oh, there is wisdom in that land. There is wisdom in that land. There is wisdom in that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Oh, there is wisdom in that land. There is wisdom in that land. Don't you wanna go to that land? Don't you wanna go to that land? Don't you wanna go to that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound? Don't you wanna go to that land? Don't you wanna go to that land? Don't you wanna go to that land where I'm bound? Deep breath in here. Exhale to release. We go to today's meditative thought, which actually comes from Buddha. For those of you who have studied in my world religions class, and we tell the story of the space of the Buddha and how he came about and found that space of enlightenment for himself and others. This quote is about self-care as we talk about healing for the Holy-Daze. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. You yourself, as much as anybody in the universe, deserve your love and affection. Don't you deserve it?
That's good.
More than anybody else. We give a lot of love and affection sometimes to other people, and we don't give the love and affection to ourselves. Today's topic, you all, healing for the Holy-Daze, a directive for self-care. Why? Why do we have to do self-care? It's a popular topic. We hear people talking about it. Everybody these days seems to be offering it for a fee. And it's just, this is a great time, and we're hearing self-care, but many of us don't know what that means. Self-care is beyond getting up in the morning and showering and brushing your teeth. Self-care is maintenance. When you have a vehicle that runs well, it's usually because maintenance has been provided for that vehicle. Maintenance has taken place over a consistent period of time. That's getting your oil changed every few thousand miles. That's getting your tires rotated. That's getting your transmission flushed. That's maintenance, and what it does is it gives you longevity. And these days, with everything that's swirling around, especially everything that's happening right now as we're preparing for the holiday season, it's a moment where we have to pause and say, practically, y'all, the energy that you felt today, the inspiration that you've gotten from the music, from the words, it's the foundational principle of growth and expansion. But we also add to that some practical tools that are going to help you navigate. And let's be real, the holiday season, the Holy-Daze season, is one of the most difficult seasons for people to navigate because of expectations that are set by people outside of us. Societal expectations. You have to give a certain amount in material goods to demonstrate your love. Family expectations. You have to drive to come to my house to celebrate, or I'm not coming to your house next year. Can I be real? I want to be real with y'all today. Who's going to visit whose house? And when mama and daddy and grandmama and granddaddy, when they transition, which of the siblings is going to be the one to host everything? And if you don't go to them, they're not going to come to you. It's that they can't sit down like the NCAA and like the professional football teams and say, we're going to have a home and away agreement where this year we're going to come. That's the kind of drama that we deal with that causes stress. And we add the layer of COVID-19 and what's going on now, and people don't know what to do. How do we host a holiday season? How do we host an event? So for those of you who have kids coming in from college, from those of you who may have a child that's coming home from one of those football games where they won unexpectedly and everybody ripped off all their masks.
Them kids went in. Them babies just started floating.
I think it was a Clemson game or something like that. We looked and we said, COVID is over. You know, it's over. Every one of the kids looked on the football field from the aerial shot. They looked exactly like the diagram that you see, the atomic diagram of COVID-19 itself. It was this ball with all of these spores on it, and that's just what it looked like from the aerial shot. And we said, wow, that is a bomb that is going back out into the community.
Who there's a bomb?
That ain't a bomb in Gilead. That's
That's what I
that's
used
a
to
bomb
think.
over Baghdad.
I used to
Oh, you
think
thought
that.
there is a bomb in Gilead?
No, I thought it was bomb.
There kind of is,
I
but the
said, well, there's a
geopolitical nature
bomb
of
in
that statement
Gilead.
might get us in trouble.
Yeah, no,
But there is a bomb. There is a bomb in Gilead. That's
I always thought, then I learned there's a bomb.
to heal the sin-sick soul. Well, there was a bomb in Notre Dame, and it's coming back home. But wherever your kids are, colleges, universities, coming back home into families, and it can be your cousins, your nephews, your friends, your family, it creates a space where we're now concerned. So first thing I'm going to do, y'all, before we do anything, for the holidays, I'm going to pass on a tip that was in a set of tips that was in the New York Times, and I turned it into a graphic for you. We're going to bring up this graphic, and this is going to be safe practices. Take a piece or a picture of this, write this information down, and we're going to practice this because you need to, this is coming up the next 2 weeks. Some college kids are coming home this week. Number one, stay outside if possible. Stay outside if possible. What's that mean? Okay, well, let me explain it. Number 1 point. When you are having a family gathering and you get to the point where you want to have a traditional family gathering, it's safe, y'all, to not have the gathering inside if you can. Have it outside. Have it on the deck. If you have to bring people together, please have it outside, because outside increases the chances that there's going to be less spread. When you open up the inside and you have people cramped together, the aerosols that are coming out into the air are now infecting people around. And that's how you have these super spreader events. So if you got to do something this holiday season in order to minimize the effects of COVID-19, please have it outside. A note on COVID-19. One of the Native American elders was talking about this a few weeks ago on a great program on the internet. And they were saying that what we're treating COVID-19 is as if it's something that is just going to pass through, whereas spiritually speaking, it is an entity. It is an energy. We recognize it as an entity and energy. We don't have to be afraid of it, but we then approach it from a different space. And the spiritual space is a space of respect. So we want to, as we are respecting COVID-19, not give into the fear around it, because the fear creates anxiety. The anxiety compromises the immune system. But it's also about being smart and safe. So you want to have these deep, powerful conversations over the holidays, do your best to have them outside. Second thing that you can do, measure 6 feet between the chairs. Measure 6 feet between the chairs. Cluster together in your family groups. So if you have an event and you have your cousin and his kids over, that's fine. Separate them. Make sure their family stays together. This becomes difficult when you have children, and we know we have 5 of them. And when our kids see other kids, some of y'all from Infinity, when our kids see each other and they haven't seen each other in a while, it's like the grown-ups. The grown-ups, we're fighting it. We got them. We're like,
Let's have on our mask. We're like, okay, just put the mask on. Oh, hey.
I mean, I got to rub some of that biofreeze on my elbows. I got so excited bumping elbows with people I hadn't seen in forever. We just tagging elbows so hard, about to break a bone. So excited. But you have to make sure that you measure that 6 feet safe distance. One of the ideas that is the cocktail hour. If you have to have a happy hour, you mix the cocktail. You put it together. You tell your friends or your family members to bring their own glasses. And then you either pour it for them or set it down, let them pour it themselves, sanitize it, and then you toast each other. And you toast each other from 6 feet away. Point number 3, BYOE, bring your own everything. That means everything.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Bring your own everything. And there are people who say, well, look, the holidays is about joyful cheerfulness and me cooking food and all that. Guess what? Ask yourself what is more important. That you have a family that is preserved for the next generation, that you're not losing elders like we're losing in our community at a higher rate, that you're not losing children. 72% of the new cases with young people and children are people of color, black and brown children, because we've got to make sure we do these precautions. And nobody else is coming. The song, what did they say? Nobody's coming to save us. So you got to make sure that you save your family unit, and that's regardless of what shade you are. Save your family unit by asking yourself the question, is it more important that they taste my macaroni and cheese this year, or is it more important that I see them next year? So that means you can bring your plates, you can bring your cookout. I used to say cookout. I don't use the term picnic. We say cookout. Bring your cookout basket, bring your cups, bring your drinks. You can bring the drink that you want. This is a good opportunity for your family who you deal with churchy folks who are real judgmental, and they don't like to have drinks in front of you. So they go in the kitchen and they put their special orange juice in a red Solo cup and they act like it's orange juice. We understand that. But if you want to do that, this is a great opportunity for you to circumvent that by bringing your own everything. Bring your own cutlery, your own silverware. That's a good tip. Next thing, if you want to share, especially food, grill it. Grill the food. Because the temperatures of grilling and grilling outside especially are easier than trying to cook on the inside. So if you have an opportunity to grill, and here's how you do it. You grill and put the portions in separate spaces. You allow everyone to come and get their own portion off the grill. That way you minimize the safe distance. You've got that in order. That allows you to have a space of cooking where you can be safe. Next thing. This also appears, this is also about chips and dip and all of that. Don't do the chips and dip. 5, don't trip about the bathroom. Listen, clean your bathroom and trust that, especially if you're doing something outside and you're having an event where you're trying to save distance, some people are going to get their shoes muddy. And some people are not going to be as clean as everybody else. But guess what? You're the host. You asked everybody to come to your house. So don't worry. You may have to go in there with a plunger a little bit later. You may have to deal with mud on the floor. But you just make sure that the bathroom is available for people and that there are plenty of either paper towels or hand towels that they can use so that they can wash their hands profusely, and that they have access to this bathroom and this clean environment. You have to do that as a host. If you're going to have people over your house and you're going to do this during the COVID season, I'm not going to judge you making that choice, but I am going to tell you from a practical space, don't be angry if things get stopped up, or don't be angry if you got to clean the floor a little bit or you got to wipe some things down. That's part of being a host. You want to make sure that you're safe. Go in every few moments like they do in a really good restaurant or the rare exceptional roadside gas station and spray and wipe things down in between people visiting. Thank you. Next, finally, limit your circle. Just do it this year, y'all. Limit your circle. Ask who is really absolutely necessary to be in this space. We all know we
Or who you've been quarantining with this whole time.
Yes. Who have you been quarantined with? Who have you been around this whole time? The fewer people you invite from outside spaces, the greater you increase your chance of surviving and living through this thing. Because you have something now that's being called, when we talk about contact tracing, transmission histories. You are unaware of transmission histories, and we live in a space where people do not want to be left out of the party. So they're not going to tell you that they were one of those people who ran on that football field. They're just going to be like, I didn't get a headache. I don't have, a lot of young people are asymptomatic. Right.
No fever.
Say yes, exactly. Say, you went to school at that school. I saw y'all on there. I said, I was back there saying, man, these folks crazy. But you were down on that field with those folks. And you thought, will I get disinvited from the family gathering if I tell people that? The answer is yes, in my case, because I'm looking out for my family. You will be loved. We'll bring you in on Zoom, and that'll be fine. But transmission history is important because then you become that bomb in Gilead, right? You become that bomb in Gilead. And you're not going to heal the sin-sick soul. You're going to pass on something else. So don't be the bomb in Gilead. If you have a transmission history and you are close or around people, don't go bombing family events thinking that you're okay just because you're asymptomatic. All right? Be smart. That's if you are going to have this space. You have something, and then we'll go to our...
I think of it too, like hibernation, or that we are making these sacrifices now so that for later we'll have a good time once we get over this hump. But also, we get to save money. I was thinking about that too. I was like, you know what? This holiday season, you know, we get to really stock up. We get to save money. We get to cut back a little bit on the excess of things, and then really get ourselves ready and completely ready for that next level.
One thing that, Sister Kenitha, you that sparked something. Well, one thing that this season has done, this Holy-Daze season has done, that this COVID-19 season has done, is it's made each of us ask this very important question: what is truly important? Many of you finally got around to read that book that you wanted to read for so long. You finally got around to having the conversation with that relative that you knew you needed to have that was uncomfortable. And guess what gave you that inspiration? Some of you, sheer boredom. You ran out of stuff to do. You couldn't go deaden the consciousness by hanging out at the club. You couldn't go party and get in the line. You couldn't go to the restaurant and eat. So you started sitting there and you ran out of stuff to do, and you said, you know what, maybe I do need to call Cousin Nene and say, you know, hey, that was a long time ago. There's a lot of healing that has taken place. This is a wonderful opportunity for us to ask the question, what is truly important? So if you are celebrating a holy day, if you are celebrating a moment, celebrate the important tenets of the holiday. I'm sending a shout out to the Hindu family, all the people out there who are celebrating Diwali, the holiday that was yesterday, was the commemoration all over India and in Hindu communities. Diwali, you've seen that. Some of you saw it on your phone calendars. You're like, what is that? I don't know Diwali. It's the Festival of Lights. It's a Hindu tradition. And it celebrates, this is what's cool about Diwali, it celebrates the good triumphing over the bad, and light celebrating triumphing over darkness. And it's the Hindu spiritual tradition. So shout out, I sent it out to our Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, who is part Hindu, and so she sent out a shout out yesterday for Diwali too. And I love it because the energies that we're talking about today, we have our first interspiritual, interfaith government official that's out there. Sister Kamala Harris, Kamala, the name itself meaning lotus, a manifestation of the goddess Lakshmi from the Hindu tradition. And that's what her name means. And she was raised in the Hindu tradition and also attended a Black Baptist church as well. And now she's married to someone who's Jewish. So Sister Kamala would be very happy to come to Infinity, and if y'all know her, y'all can tag her and tell her to tune into the space that gets that vibration. But again, that holiday, when you can't have the mass celebrations of the torches in India being put out and the lamps put out, you have individual celebrations where families got together and lit their lights and shot their firecrackers and sent their lanterns into the sky to celebrate lights power over darkness. So you have this wonderful moment where now families huddle together to say, this is what this truly means. This is what it truly means. So let us align ourselves with that energy going forward, family. The energy and essence of the holiday, which also circles to self-care from a physical, from an emotional, from a mental perspective, from a spiritual perspective. Let's give you some infinity tips for how to guide yourself. First thing we want to deal with is immunity. This is a graphic that we just did, sending a shout out to the Major family. Brother Craig Major, of course, an entrepreneur, an investor, amazing brother who's out there, got two kids he's looking out for, Zamora and Mansa, and of course his equally amazing, powerful wife. Y'all know Dr. Latimisia. Dr. Latimisia, who is not only a fabulous yogi teacher, plant-based diet practitioner, but she's also a postdoctoral fellow. She's a real doctor, postdoctoral fellow at Vanderbilt University, Peabody College, Center for Science Outreach. So this comes from Infinity folks, y'all. We got Infinity folks like this here. That's when we gather together. So thank you all for putting together the information. And I hope I didn't do you a disservice with the graphic that I put together. But we will put this graphic up on the Facebook page. We will put it up on Instagram so that you can take it with us. But for now, take a screenshot. We got a few things that you can do scientifically. When we talk about boosting the immune system, it's not really possible. As Dr. Latamicia says, it is a complex system of cells that has to maintain its balance. There's that alignment.
There goes that balance.
However, you can protect and support your immune system by practicing healthy habits. Number one, wash your hands frequently. This is the first line of defense from infection entering your body. Let me have a little bit of view here so we could do how to wash your hands. We have to we teach our kids about hand washing. What are some of the tricks and tips that you give them about length of hand washing and all that,
So
Sister Kenita?
we'll sing the ABCs like twice through. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? And sometimes we'll do that.
And then
another
rinse.
time, yeah.
I don't care how old you are. I don't care how basic it seems. If you tune in and you say you wanted an exegesis on the power of molecules and biology and anatomy and physiology today, and somebody just said, wash my hands, let me tell you something. It's that basic. Wash your hands. That's the number one line of defense, y'all.
You're always doing this with your hands.
You touch your face, you touch your hands, you scratch your ear, you rub your nose, you do all of that. I do that. And you cannot be conscious of that all the time. So as an autonomous reflex that comes with your body like breathing or your heartbeat, sometimes you move, you scratch, you touch things. Washing your hands, the first line of defense. Number two that we're going to give you. Take this with you. Get adequate sleep.
Lord.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
That's good.
While you sleep, your body releases cytokines, immune proteins that help fight infection. That's what they are. They are released.
Oh, see y'all. They're getting on me. I need to go to sleep. Sometimes it's just
As
hard.
I minister
I just
to
wake up.
you,
I go to sleep
I
and then I
minister
wake up. You
to
know, just wake
myself.
so early.
Get the sleep. I used to fight sleep. I'm an artist. Some of you are artists out there. Some of you are creatives out there. There's a romanticization of not getting sleep. There were times where I could write a play, and I wrote an award-winning play once that was 2 acts. It was going to be 3. I wrote it in 3 days. I didn't sleep. I just had a gang of water, and I just stayed up, and I was writing, and it was beautiful. I was in my 20s. I could probably do that then. When I got a little older and I tried it, I said, I can stay up a day and a half, 2 days. I was like, man, mid-30s. Then I hit 40, and I was like, man, I miss a night of sleep. It goes wrong, horribly wrong. The skin breaks out, the back hurts, the muscles ache, because my body wants to be rejuvenated. And you need, your immune system is compromised when you deprive yourself of sleep. I know you down for the cause. I know you with the struggle. I know you down for it. But if you are down for the cause, and if you are with the struggle, whatever the struggle is, whatever the grind that is real for you is, if you feel that you are dedicated to a purpose where you have to make something happen, love yourself first enough to reload yourself so that you will be in your tip-top condition to walk in your purpose. You're not any good when your immune system is compromised. You're not changing the world when you're sick. You're not going to be able to help anybody if you're not able to stand up and walk and communicate because you're not sleeping. Take your space. Meditation, take your space of calmness. Blot out sleep just like you put in blocks on your calendar. It's that important. Do it. Do it. All right, next. Eat a low-fat, plant-based diet. Studies have shown that a high-fat diet, and some of us got a high-fat diet. Let's be real. This is the holiday season. A high-fat diet reduces the good bacteria in your gut that helps fight infections. Fruits and vegetables also have antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, which can cause damage to cells and tissues. Fruits and veggies also give your body the fiber, come on Metamucil, to help you get waste out. You eat that, you don't need the Metamucil. If you know you don't eat enough plants, take a vitamin with phytonutrients, plant-based vitamins to help supplement. Sea moss is also very nutrient dense.
Wow.
Thank you for that, Sister Latamisia, because it's there. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say this. Everybody ain't going to be a vegetarian. Everybody ain't going to be a vegan. Let me say that. And I say that to my fellow vegetarian/vegan police out there who are watching. I say that as a person who has consumed more chitlins as an individual than some entire communities across the United States. By the time I was 19 years old, I'm telling you right now, if I could find a way to make vegan chitlins, I would make vegan chitlins. Hot sauce, spaghetti, and some hot water cornbread. My mom would have to cook a pot of chitlins every Thanksgiving just for me. I wasn't a pig feet guy, but bacon, hog, all of that. I say that to say that, what is this, 2020? I've been a vegetarian for 32 years now. I think 32 years. I hadn't had red meat or pork in like 33 years, 34 years. But I have been strict vegan for 5 years of that, and I've been all kind of points in between. But I've not eaten anything that moved on its own volition in 30 years. I don't say that to say that makes me better than somebody else. We get into this space where we start creating this hierarchy of diet. And people start saying, well, this is all I eat, and now I'm going to be so plant-based and everyone else needs to be. Your bodies are different. Your genetic structure is different. Your DNA is slightly different. We're all connected. Some people are going to need protein. Some people can function with a starch-based diet. But one thing is agreed, and that is that we build the building blocks around the plants. When you travel to countries like Haiti, as I have, Egypt, as I've been, the other islands, you'll see that the rice, the vegetables dominate. And if you do have meat, people do have meat, it's usually as something that accentuates. We've gotten to a place now where it's upside down. You get a serving of green beans, you got a great big old maul and then 3 beans, right? So then it's like you feel mad if you don't get the chunks of meat with the green beans. What I'm saying is, and it's demonstrated scientifically, that when you're going to help yourself out and you're going to help yourself through this Holy-Daze season, take this opportunity to add some plants to your life. The plant-based vitamins that you take metabolize better in your system. I just know this by being a person who's practiced this for so long. When people ask me, when we get together, we've been to events. And I'll tell a side story real quick. We've been to events, and I'm talking to somebody, and Kanitha was like, oh, was that one of your professors in school? I was like, no, I went to school with that dude. What?
Wait a minute.
So I am grateful that my 20-year-old self was thinking about my 50-year-old self when he made the changes to his diet. So even if you eat fish, even if you eat chicken, cut down on the heavy meat, add more plants to your life, and you support your immune system. Pretty simple. Get you some green shakes. You do all of that. And when you see the change in your life, the change in your life is the greatest example for others to follow. So it's not the pulpit that you get that you start taking people out for their diet. I know you're not going to eat that, brother. I know you're not going to eat that. Look, because your dietary choices are not necessarily connected to your moral or ethical choices. Because I know some vegans who are going to call the police when they see me walking on their side of town. So, you know, I've had that experience from people who are enlightened and vegan and don't do any leather and all that kind of stuff. And they see me walking in the shade of my skin and they say, you don't belong in this neighborhood. And they got a great diet. So let's not put those two things together. We're trying to preserve you and who you are and where you are. So let's do that. Let's go to the next point there. Exercise regularly for at least 30 minutes, y'all. Y'all can get 30 minutes in. Y'all can get 30 minutes in. This can increase your circulation, getting those immune cells moving through your body to help them function efficiently. 30 minutes. I miss our morning walks.
And the COVID, y'all, COVID is, man, it just has been real because I love to work out, you know, usually, typically, but now because I can't go to the gym, but I see that 30 minutes. Because we used to walk, but we haven't been able to.
Sure, 30-minute yoga routine. You can get on, you can go to YouTube on your phone.
Oh, they have great videos.
Right, and they got exercise videos that'll give you 20 minutes. You can walk to the store while it's still halfway warm and walk back. That gives you your 30 minutes. 15 there, 15 back. There it is. Put that into your routine and get your body moving, to get your metabolism going. But trust me, it will play off. And I'm speaking from a position of always feeling like I need to do more. And look, I missed the gym too. We had a great gym, great swimming pool. Oh my gosh, we used to go to swimming pool, great workout room, great yoga class. I had the greatest yoga teachers. I have two of my favorite yoga teachers, man. They would go and I would get there and the classes would be packed. And then after yoga, I'd go hit the weights a little bit. Then I'd go sit in the steam room. Each one of those doggone things right now could be like, welcome COVID into this space, right? If I go into any of those kind of things have changed, but you still have the power to make a choice to do something healthy right now. Exercise. And then the last point, reduce stress, danger, reduce stress, reduce stress, reduce stress. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to release. Research has shown that long-term or chronic stress causes your body to stop producing infection-fighting cells and immunity-boosting proteins. Stress also increases the release of the hormone cortisol, which opens the door for more inflammation. To reduce stress, practice breathing exercises, meditation, exercise for at least 30 minutes, or any other healthy self-care practice that serves you. I want you to take a deep breath. Reduce stress. Let it out. If you don't do anything else, as Queen Mother Bernice Brunson, who told me well into her 90s when she was swimming half a mile a day in a swimming pool, in her 90s, 99 years old, getting up every morning, going and swimming half a mile. And just, my gosh, she would stop me and she would say, hey, breathe. That's what she would tell me. Because she could see it in my shoulders, she could see it in my eyes, she could see it in my jawline. And I can feel some of you all there at home. Y'all like, man, just I needed to breathe. Of course you did. Do not put yourself in a space where you devalue the power of simply breathing. Breathing is the foundation of meditation. Make sure you breathe and take long, deep breaths, because the short breaths activate the canine part of your brain. They produce adrenaline in your body, and that's where you get the fight, flight, or freeze reflex. That's why if something happens or you come at a crossroads or something crazy happens, you stop, pause, take a deep breath, and release. That's what you can do in the very least. Meditation programs are all out there on the internet. You can find meditation to lead you. Nowadays, the affirmation call is more about 9 minutes of affirmation and meditation. So at 12 noon on Wednesdays, We have an affirmation call that is a meditation call. We give you something positive, and then we lead you through 9 minutes of being calm. And for those of you who have been tuning in from all over and calling into that affirmation call, I appreciate the comments that you give, the emails that you send saying, I needed this today. That's midweek. Make the time for yourself to reset. Get yourself into a physical discipline. If you need another physical discipline, one of the offerings that we have at Infinity that I want to bring up on screen is an offering for self-defense. The SNAP self-defense class. Brother Denzel Caldwell is teaching this, y'all. Denzel, if you see the picture, that is not a costume. It is a uniform. And there's a difference, right? When you earn a uniform like Denzel has, he has been training in martial arts for years. He has a 2nd degree black slash in Black Lotus Kung Fu, a 1st degree black slash under Ching Yi Kung Kung Fu Association, and he trains in Capoeira, Angola, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and 52 blocks. He is an instructor under the Max Kung Fu Institute banner. He's a member of Infinity, and he's going to be doing this class here at the center in a safe distance environment and also making way for those who need it virtually. Here's the information. You get an entire month for $50. Self-defense right now, learning how to handle yourself. So sisters, ladies, men, everybody out there, he's going to do a test run of this for $50 for the entire month starting in December. Sign up by sending him an email. The email is on the screen. DNZLCaldwell with 2 L's at gmail.com. DNZLCaldwell@gmail.com. Awesome, y'all. Awesome. We don't ever want to tell you how to do something without providing you an opportunity to do it. We're not going to tell you need to get into a spiritual environment and not provide the spiritual environment. You need to learn practical spiritual tools that help you grow without providing you with those tools, and that's what today has been about. As we deal with the mental and emotional part, we'll do this really quickly and then take a couple of questions. Understand that you are responsible for your spiritual state. The quote that came from the Buddha, there's a story about Siddhartha, who was a rich prince who was sheltered from everything. He was sheltered from famine, from death, from old age, from suffering. He was sheltered until he became a grown man. Finally, he was able to come out into the world. All he had seen was good things, and he saw the exact things he was sheltered from: a dead body, an old man, disease, sickness, suffering, and it destroyed him. So he went on a quest to find the meaning of life. And of course, the story, for those of you who are Buddhists out there, you know the story. He sat for 7 weeks underneath the Bodhi tree, received the enlightenment that produced the 4 noble truths of Buddhism. But he had to sit in that space on his own to find that connection to his higher consciousness. You're going to have to dedicate the rest of this year, this Holy-Daze season, toward aligning yourself with the practices that are going to produce fruit. I know you're tired of doing it the other way. Now is a wonderful opportunity, because of the era that we're living in, because of the overarching COVID-19 spirit. Now is a chance to turn within and be responsible for taking care of yourself mentally and spiritually. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to see somebody. It's okay to draw a boundary and say, I can't do that with you right now because I need this space for myself. Love yourself enough to take care of yourself. Give yourself a moment of grace. Take a deep breath with me. Find an upright position that you can sit in that's comfortable. Allow your breaths to elongate here in this space. And I know a lot may be going on wherever you are, but just turn the attention toward the breath. In and out slowly through your nose. Each inhalation being a little more full. Each exhalation being a little more complete. Accepting this moment, focusing only on the breath. Distractive noises, thoughts of to-do lists, all of the things that come out, do not judge them. Simply let them come in. Recognize them. And then turn the attention back to the breath. A final deep breath in. Exhale to release. Come back into this space. Simple meditation. When everything is going crazy in the world, when you're doubting yourself, I give that to people. When you're doubting yourself, because you have to arrest these negative thoughts, y'all. You have to stop them in their tracks, or else they will take your breath away. And when you don't have any more breath, guess what they call you? A corpse. That's the only difference. The breath is animating the body, oxygenating the blood, sending the blood through the heart, pumping the heart energy up towards your mind. Your brain is then processing sensations, and in your nervous system, everything is working together for the good. And when you rob it of the breath and you suffocate, you pass on. So we want you to live so that you can have life, and have life more abundantly. I'm going to send this one out to Sister Kanitha, and then we're going to do Q&A. The Q&A question I'm going to ask, if you have a practice that you're working on that you need some adjustment on, or you need advice on, type it in the box, or I'm going to give you an opportunity. If you have something private that you think other people may be feeling as well, I've called up our email. We've called up our email. Yeah, you can email us at infinitynashville@gmail.com. I won't use your name. Just tell us what the issue is that you've been having with trying to move toward aligning yourself spiritually, and we'll answer those questions. So go ahead and send that in now. But I'm going to say this to the brothers out there, to the men. I say this to everybody. We got to get ourselves together. From a physical space, from a mental space, from an emotional space, we've got to get and keep ourselves together. And I'm going to say keep ourselves together because there's this baiting that's going on in society right now. They're trying to bait men, and I mean men of all shades, but especially black men. They're trying to bait us into this gender war that does not exist. And I always tell people, if you have something wrong and people are asking what's wrong with the brothers, you got to adjust that question. What's wrong with the brothers that I'm around? Because there's a question. The brothers that I'm around, they're all holding it down. So I'm sending shout out to everybody out there. Brother Sean, Brother Tony over here, Brother Andrew, Brother Charles, Brother Courtney, Brother David, Brother Ron, Brother Shabazz and Brother Shabazz, Brother Demetrius, Brother CJ, Brother Rob, Brother Craig, all of you all that I get to see at Infinity, and those who are out there who I don't get to see all the time, because everybody's holding it down. And we're respectful, but even if we're holding it down, we cannot leave the health thing behind. So next week at Yoga Sunday, we need everybody to be at home. It doesn't matter how big or how small you are, whether or not you are used to exercising or not. It's about asking a simple question. Do we need the good brothers around for the next generation? Yes, we do. And us sitting on the corner talking and then trying to get drawn into spaces where we're trying to prove ourselves and reprove ourselves, and we know we're holding it down every day. Listen, lose that energy and turn it toward making sure that you're going to preserve the next generation of you. In your 20s, your 30s, you is waiting on the decisions that you're making. Your 40s, you is making on the decisions that your 30s, you is making right now. The 70s, you is waiting on wherever you are under that. They are looking to look back in the past and say, hey, he was looking out for me. I had to say that because I know the sisters, the women are on point. But to everybody out there, regardless of what consideration you put yourself, what social construct you put yourself in, we got to particularly look out for that because we got some health issues that threaten us that we have to hammer down, we have to lock down, and we have to have the energy that we need to be here for the people in our community that need us.
Well, that's good. And yeah, that's good. And I also think for the women, like today, it was interesting because the other day, you know, one of the things for us is just being so hard on ourselves. Like we're just so hard on ourselves. Like if we don't follow through with something, or if we don't eat the right things, or if we, you know, or something happens with our kids or whatever the case is. And so I caught myself yesterday, I was sitting here and I was about to start going in about myself and being like, oh God, girl, Jesus, you know. And I stopped and I looked and I was like, oh, Kanitha, no, you are good right now, Kanitha. You got this, Kanitha. You're just moving along, Kanitha. This is just a moment in your life, Kanitha. And it was funny because this morning there was a guy, it was on Good Morning America, and they were talking about how do you relieve stress, or how do you get into that place, COVID fatigue. And he said sometimes at this place, most of us know how to give advice to other people. So it's always easy for us to give advice to other folks.
Yes, it is.
And so when
Yes,
you
it is.
just change it from simply being like, I need, I, and you start speaking to yourself in the third person, calling your name out, then it's going to be easier for you to accept it. So
Like
I
it.
was like, that's what I was doing. So even in these moments, as we're all going through, you know, and that was good. I'm so glad that you shared that with the brothers. And this is for anyone, you know, but if you're being hard on yourself, then part of it is use that of calling your name and just saying that, you know, oh no, Kanitha, you've got this. It's gonna be okay. Things are working out for you, girl. You know, you gonna be all right, girl. Kanitha, you looking good today. You know, just giving that so that that's a part of that self-care to make sure that you're still in those moments where it is a little shaky. You may not have, you've fallen off on some stuff. And you're doing the best. We're all doing the best that we can right now. We're all hanging in there, but to take it to that next level,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
loving yourself.
Yes, loving yourself and doing for yourself. And it's always great when we get affirmation from people. I'm just trying to be affirming to everybody I know and say, hey, you're awesome, you're great, I'm going to pour in. But you also have to realize that sometimes those people aren't going to be around. And then what? Can you still recognize how awesome you are when it's you looking in the mirror? That is what's important. We got some good practices that have come up. And again, if you have any questions that you need to share, that you need some advisement on, by all means, send it on the chat box or send it to infinitynashville@gmail.com. We'll answer it privately. Some good tips that have come up. I'm going to put up Jessica's tip. She says, Jessica Carter, Sister Jessica says, hey, Jessica, what's happening? I've been drinking beet juice, and I make it at home for inflammation, and it's fantastic. Put some beet juice in your life.
Beets. Mama
Get-
Carr loves beets.
My mom loves beets.
She does that all the time.
Brother Tony had beet juice. So if y'all, Jessica, that's what Tony was on that beet juice this morning. When y'all was like, what was he on this morning? He was on that beet juice.
Thank
Yep.
you, Jessica.
So in other words, as Jessica and Tony can attribute to that, it's all about them beats, no trouble. All right? Remember that. Remember that I invented that.
I get it.
Sister Rosetta says, I'm an omnivore, but I make sure that I've increased the amount of vegetables that I eat and added grains and more seafood. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So when you increase the vegetables and the grains, then the fiber allows the colon to be cleansed and to clear of all the stuff that sits in your system for a long time. And when it sits in your system, anything that sits in your system too long, that is not moving through, is causing you trouble. It's not helping you. So it's also going to help you. Those of you who had issues with indigestion, those of you who had issues with constipation, those are the kind of practices that you can undertake from a dietary space that will help you grow and help you go.
And I see that with Mama Carr again.
Oh,
Queen
my
Mother
mother.
Carr,
My
she
mother's
does that.
94 years old.
She'll
Knock
have
on-
a fish
love it.
oil tablet.
Yes.
She'll still eat a little bit of chicken, but she likes to have her green She'll say, baby, I need some of my green vegetables. I need,
Yes.
you know, she does that as well. I've always seen
And she
that.
loves it now. Here's how mom has transitioned into modern time. We had a NutriBullet, and my mom would start saying, can Kanitha come make me some of that green juice? I like that green juice.
I was like, yes, Mama, I got you.
Mama went from, what is that? To the first time she had that green juice, she said, can you make me some of that green juice? So, Mama, we sending you some green juice in that space. Also, we have Sister Denise. Good point. Add laughter to your life. I'm serious, man. And I get into some serious conversations. Politics, history, religion. I try not to do religion as much, but I get into some serious conversations. And y'all know I'm going to have a off-colored sense of humor. I call it a sardonic wit, if you will. And my brother and I share this. Some people will see us, they're like, man, y'all have the cruelest sense of humor back and forth, but we just die laughing. But the laughter keeps us alive. Find what makes you laugh and laugh at it. You can stub your toe. And for those of you who watch The Secret, and you know the law of attraction is a foundational principle here, your stubbing of your toe can create a downward spiral for the rest of the day, or you can stub your toe and laugh at you missing that weight that was laying on the floor and give yourself a pass, and it can go in an entirely different direction. Excellent point. Sister Rosetta is also incorporating ginger absolutely into my diet and smoothies, into my vegetables. It reduces inflammation and aids the digestion. Hey, new folks, old folks, everybody's taking notes today. We're having an arsenal of tools to use through the holiday season. We want you to be healthy. We want you to be aware. We want you to be alive, and we want you to be powerful. Yes. Sister Letamisia already replied, ginger tea is good. I wish I had a juicer because I love pineapple and ginger juice. Oh my gosh.
Good. That would be good. Pineapple and ginger.
We got to make some.
Can we add beet into that too?
But you can add anything you want. It's all about that beat. About that beat. If you don't know by now, we'll be doing it all day. It's either the beats or the folks. We hit the beats or the face. We got it. Sister Imani is here. Sister Imani has a great comment. I think she's a little bit, no, we got dandelion tea. Okay, cool. Sister Mellow Vibe said, I started making dandelion tea this year when they were easily found. Now I use dandelion drops since it's almost winter. It's high alkaline. You want to make sure you have alkalinity in your system as well. Yeah, alkaline water. That's a popular thing that people are doing now. Dandelion drops. Visit the herb store. This is a great opportunity. Put on your mask and go visit the herb store. Talk to somebody there and start adding these plant-based nutrients into your life. I promise you it'll make a difference. Let's see, we had... yes, Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace for juices, yes. Mullein is good for your lungs. Awesome. Look, read the chat, y'all. One thing that I know is you, at Infinity, we say all the time, you never know who you're sitting next to. We have so many people here at the fellowship who are experts in so many areas. So as you are hitting the replay, as you're dragging it backward to get some of the information that we had, as you're sharing it today, we want you to take this energy with you. We want to make sure that you know what's going on. I'm going to check to make sure we don't have anybody that has a specific issue this month that we need to talk to. That's great. Spiritually, from a spiritual perspective, when we start talking about spirituality, I like to use a concept that comes out of Ifa called Iwa Puele. Everybody say that at home. Iwa Puele. P-W-E-L-E, if you spell it out. Iwa Puele simply means good character. And in every religious or spiritual tradition, you will find this. You will find this concept in Ma'at. Say Ma'at. Ma'at. Good. I'd like to teach spiritually for a quick second before we get out of here. Ma'at is the concept of balance. The concept of good character is developed spiritually by making good choices at the crossroads. The crossroads are any point in your life where you have to make a decision. So if you're deciding to sit down when something in your mind tells you to get up and exercise, you have made a decision at the crossroads. If you decide to get up and walk around or move around or get on the yoga mat or breathe, that is a decision as well. And the fruition comes from the decision. So the choice that you make develops the good character. So if you want to develop good spiritual character, I'm not talking about any judgment where you can go around family and friends and they think that you're up on a pedestal and you're living the high life and all of that. I'm talking about how you sleep at night and how you rest in knowing that you are in alignment with where you're supposed to be. Make the correct choices when they pop into your mind. I saw a great quote that I was so mad that I was as mad as I get. I was so mad temperament-wise because it wasn't attributed to someone. And I'm a person who very much practices and works to practice attributing quotes to people who have taught great lessons. I say, this is what this person said and taught. But it was a great comment, and you talked a lot about we always get advice. Everybody wants to give advice. We often get advice from people because we try to fix ourselves by advising other people, when actually the best way to advise people is to live the proof. But this quote was great. It said, don't engage don't engage shade from trees that have no fruit. So don't allow yourself to argue with shade from trees that have no fruit. Because we talked about shade a couple weeks ago, but this concept of always look for the fruit and always produce the fruit. And the fruit comes from the choices that you make in your life. You know when you need to make an adjustment in your circle. You know that it might make other people uncomfortable, but you've got to be bold enough and willing enough and loving enough to make those choices for yourself. I go back to the quote the Buddha said, "You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection." And so it is. What an awesome day today, y'all. What an awesome moment. We've gotten a great conversation today on If Speaks. We thank you for tuning in with us today. We thank you for being a part of the conversation. If you're watching the replay, it's as good on the replay as it is live. So if you've had some revelations today, we invite you to share with your friends. We invite you, as we get ready to get out of here today, to share this love and to share this energy. Sister Imani is throwing it in there. Take you a ginger shot in the morning, turmeric, apples, and ginger. Look at all that good stuff. Y'all making me, I'm like, man, I got a ginger shot in the fridge I got to get to when I get home. I'm getting to it. That's right. We got two. I got one for you, too. I got some ginger shots. I'm your pusher. Boom, I'm your mama. I'm your daddy. I'm them herbs up in the alley. Okay, I'm feeling too creative. And I'm not apologizing because that's what I do. That's why they call me Rev Jeff. Take another deep breath in. Allow your eyes to close, heads to bow. Let's send this energy into the space, the inward space. All-wise, all-knowing, unlimited creator, thank you for this moment today. Thank you for the conversation today at Infinity Speaks. Thank you for the fellowship, these wonderful people who are joining us from all over the world. Thank you for everyone who is a part of Infinity Now, those who are joining today, those who are joining tomorrow, those who are finding a home in this space. Thank you for the voices that are in Ohio right now. Thank you for the voices that are in North Carolina and checked in with us right now. Thank you for the voices in London right now. Thank you for the voices in Belgium right now. Thank you for the voices in Latvia right now. Thank you for the voices in California right now. The voices in Texas right now, in Kentucky, in Georgia right now, in D.C., in New York. Thank you for the voices that I can't comment on right now because I can't remember them all. But because I can't remember them all, it speaks to the abundance that you are pouring into this fellowship. Thank you for those who are touched today, who are moved to make a change. I speak strength upon them right now. I speak fortitude upon them right now. I speak alignment upon them right now and confidence upon them right now. This feeling that has been shared in this moment has prepared us for this Holy-Daze season, this space of self-care, knowing that as we care for ourselves, we are caring for the vessel that you gave us to carry this spirit. And so we love this vessel. This vessel is perfect as it is, and we're going to keep sharing those things that we need to share to make it even more perfectly in alignment with you. Thank you for the gift of fellowship. Thank you for the gift of family. Thank you for the ability to navigate through this space of dis-ease as we walk into a new day of health, a new day of mental awareness, a new day of strength, a new day of confidence, a new day of abundance, a new day of love. We accept and breathe these things into our consciousness right now. We proclaim and know them to be true, and so it is. Deep breath in, exhale to release. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. Y'all, thanks for joining us today. Keep up with us online. You can find us online at YouTube. YouTube.com/Infinity Fellowship. If you haven't subscribed, join the over 1,000 people who have all over the world. Facebook.com/Infinity Fellowship. Join the close to 1,000 people that have subscribed there. On Instagram, you can follow us at the Infinity Fellowship. Blow that up. We have a good time on Instagram. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter at TheRevJock. And you can find me. Jock is J-O-C, Jeff Obafemi Carr. Sister Kenitha, you have anything you want to add for the folks before we get on out of here?
I don't think so. Just enjoy the rest of your day and your week.
Yes. So as we shift on out of here, we want to thank the Voices of Infinity, Brother Tony and Signaris, for hyping us up this morning. We want to thank Sister Alicia Hamer for keeping us held down on all of this wonderful tech. We want to thank Sister Kenitha Carr for her mind and her energy. And we want to thank all of you at home, infinite streamers, all of the energy that we have in this space. We're excited. Next Sunday is Yoga Sunday. The beauty of this COVID-19 is it's allowed you to discover your body in the privacy of your own home. I always tell people, stop looking at other people on the mat. All you have to do is worry about your body. So guess what? I don't care what fitness level you are. I don't care what space you are in, and you've never been doing yoga before. Some people have joined us on Yoga Sunday. Get with Yoga Sunday and embrace that energy from home. We're going to work that body so that we get back in person. We're going to see a whole new vibrant you. Fifth Sunday is a special Sunday. We're going to be doing a live conversation, working you through a purpose development guide, and we're going to try to do it from the studio downstairs, so it'll be a little exciting. We try to do some call-ins. It's going to be cool. It's going to be really cool. And we have new member orientation. So if you are joining Infinity, it's real simple. We don't put you through any hoops. Just send us an email, infinitynashville@gmail.com. Put new members in the subject, and we'll shoot you the Zoom link. We're going to do that on the 5th Sunday at 1 o'clock. So with that, y'all, we're out of here today. We appreciate you tuning in. Reminding you, as the lyrics to the song that's playing in the background says, if today is a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. We remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see, family, that's what we are. So from Sister Kenitha, I'm Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, for all the crew here, family, we love you all. We'll see you next week, Yoga Sunday. And we remind you that when you get information and take it in, it does become knowledge. When you put knowledge into action, then it becomes wisdom. So we want you all to be wise. Peace and blessings. You want to sing one verse to get us out together?
Yes.
Y'all can sing with us to the left and right. Yeah, today's a brighter day, and we are on our way. Then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see, family. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see, family. God's reminding me, God's reminding me to look at you and see, family. God's reminding me, God's reminding me to look at you and see, family. We speak that the love of the God of your understanding and acceptance, the power of the cosmos, the blessings and gifts of the ancestors and all creation rest, rule, rock, and abide with you from this moment forward. We all sing together.